16. Italy get the match underway. They are playing from right to left. With me, Joe Royle.
Well, as suspected, it looks like Italy have gone to a back four with Coco going to left back, Giuliano and Maldini as centre-backs.
Pace of the centre-backs, particularly of Maldini, sure to be tested by this Korean side. 2 up at the moment for Italy. Del Piero down the middle. Vieri, in fact, has dropped short. Useful cross, and Vieri is underneath it, but couldn't make contact.
Well, first break to Italy. Zambrotta getting down the right from his tucked in inside right position and putting in a good cross, which Vieri missed times. The facts about this game are that Korea haven't got one player really who get technically into the Italian squad, but if Italy throw one of their moody performances in, they've got problems, because this Korea side will run, chase and harry all night.
Challenge for Mark Giuliano from Juventus, member of the famed Juventus back three, with Ferreira and the Frenchman Thuram, the other two. Brought in the championship this past season. A long cross comfortably taken. Park Ji-sung was threatening, but So Ki-hun rather overhit it. 2 up against 3. On paper, a more positive lineup from the Italians, although Inzaghi is a little unfortunate to lose his place. Totti hanging on to his.
I think Inzaghi's fitness has been a problem for him, Barry. He's had an injury and just got fit for this tournament. Trapattoni is naturally suspicious of Del Piero and Totti together being similar players, but credit the man, he's gone for it tonight.
Hong Myung-bo, 29th cap for the captain this evening. Will probably retire after the World Cup. So if it doesn't work out for Korea, this could be his last match. Well taken by Yoo Sang-chul. Space here for Park Ji-sung. And that's a free kick. Challenge rather late by Francesco Coco. And the referee from Ecuador showing the yellow card.
Well, I think that's slightly harsh at this stage of the proceedings. It's a mistimed tackle, there's no doubt. There's not a lot of contact.
There is doubt in the Italian minds. I think it will be emphasised by that attitude of the referee there. Song Chong-gu will take it. Penalty! Penalties given in the opening minutes. The Korean player who went down is applauding. The Italians are all round the official. It was Sol Ki-hun who went down, and Panucci was the offender. There's a shirt being held, and there's pushing also by Coco. And one has to say that the referee is justified. Same as the Swedish referee the other night in the Republic of Ireland match. And Chung-hwan, it's a brilliant save. It's a brilliant save by Buffon.
Oh, it's a fantastic save, because it wasn't the worst penalty that you'll see. He's kept it low, but it's a good savable height for Buffon. And yes, it was a penalty. Panucci pulling and tugging, there's no need for it. Let's hope that sorts things out at corners for the rest of the tournament.
Tomasi who cleared that one from his near post. Well, it might be said that players have been getting away with this pushing and shoving and pulling shirts for far too long. But in this World Cup, the referees are getting a grip of it.
Well, Mr. Anders Frisk set a great example the other night in the Ireland game, and we all saw on the replay that it definitely was a penalty, and surely that was as well. Panucci's got to watch it.
Not the best of clearances by Song Chong-gu. Italian corner. Totti is going to take, of course. Del Piero in the 6-yard box. 4 to come from behind. Very comfortable for Eun-jae.
Well, it was comfortable, but it was a decent corner. And you have to say that the Italians have got to get somebody in front of the goalkeeper, whether he starts there or arrives there. When the ball comes in, somebody has got to obstruct Eun-jae's line of vision.
Maldini, Giuliano, Vieri and Del Piero forward. Zambrotta getting forward on the right side at every opportunity. Interesting that the Koreans are not hurrying things on the pitch. I'm sure they will, but maybe just easing themselves into the game. There must be some nerves, so much expectation from the 41,000 here in the stadium, and millions all around the country. You can't buy a red devil shirt anymore. They've sold 5.5 million of them. And I'm sure there's a reprint going on, or will be if they make it through this stage. Two up again. Totti behind, being watched by Song Chong-gu. Korean player down, hurt. I think it's Kim Tae-yong.
Yes, it's a head injury. The referee really has to get this out of play. It was a collision with Christian Vieri, who's headed on. And it looks like he's rearranged Kim Tae-yong's nose there.
He might be reminded of that penalty miss, should it prove to be crucial. Kim Tae-yong is getting attention, and the Italians have certainly gained a deal of ground from that clearance, but they're not challenging here, so they've made it fair. Del Piero. Ooh, getting the boos. This is Maldini. The challenge, Choi-Jin-chul. Now Yu Sang-chul try to set up the attack wide left.
Every single attack is treated like a goal chance. There's so much enthusiasm.
That's a nice touch inside. This is Tomasi. This is Vieira. It's on the left. Curled away.
You see there, Vieri, you're not quite sure whether it's a cross or a shot. Just curling away all the time. You can't give him space on that famous left foot of his.
As we looked at that replay, Kim Tae-yong came back onto the pitch. First Sion turn from Giovanni Trapattoni. This is Yi Young-pyo, but he had no room for manoeuvre.
The Italians should get a massive boost from getting away with that, and they could have been 1-0 down, and their frail temperament then would have been tested. goes the other way when it goes for you.
Piero. Giuliano with a little difficulty. Sancho with a good header. From Youngbo. Che Jin-chul. Song Jong-gu. Tanucci up with the challenge. Maldini.
Maldini there shows all his class and experience. There is a school of thought now that he creeps into his 30s that centre-half might be his best position.
Useful flick on. Oh dear. Such applause for such a straightforward take. Del Piero couldn't get through. Che Jin-chul made sure of that. With this amount of noise, it's not enough to say that the Koreans have a 12th man. They've got a 12th and a 13th. They chant in their own language, of course, is simply Korea, Korea.
Well, Trapattoni's paid Korea the compliment of changing his system to accommodate the three front players at Korea who've given everyone problems. So he's got his 4 against the 3.
Forward by Kim Nam-il, and Buffon using his head in both senses. Offside, Vieri. By no means for the first time does he see the flag in this World Cup, but not always has the flag been correct. Might have been a very different World Cup for Italy had Vieri's first goal against Croatia been allowed. Second would then have put them 2 up and comfortably in command of the group.
Well, the linesman got it right there, just.
This is Del Piero. Got a man over here, and the free kick is given for the challenge by Che Jin-chul.
Well, with both Del Piero and Totti in the side, they'll be very dangerous from free kicks. See there, Del Piero played for and won.
Totti was very unlucky with a free kick against Croatia. Hit one post and went behind the goalkeeper and hit the other, you'll remember. It's Tomassi who's standing on top of the ball, but he'll certainly get out of the way. It's a question of whether it's Del Piero or Totti. 5 men in the wall. It's Totti, and it hit Tomassi. It was rather too low. But good battling. They're a little bit at 6s and 7s, but they get it away and give it away. It was An Chong-kwan who made the mistake. Tomassi.
That's a poor ball from Tomassi, who normally plays in the middle as the sort of hit man for the more talented midfield players. You see the free kick again, there's everyone to hit but his own man, and he does so.
Between the two. Solki Hyun. Maldini just there first. Good challenge by the skipper. Del Piero. Free kick.
Well, he's lucky there. He was stumbling. Song Jong-gu just leant on him slightly. Very little contact.
Doesn't take much, does it?
Well, they're good fallers.
This time the challenge is from behind. And the referee, I think, is going to show the yellow card. He does indeed to Kim Tae-young. Was a challenge from behind, not a particularly harsh one, but clearly is a referee who's applying the letter of the law as laid down by FIFA.
Well, he can't be too happy now. He's got a sore nose, probably broken, and a booking.
Totti just outside the, in fact now moving into the 18-yard area. Coco forward as well, so is Panucci. So obviously is Vieira. And the goalkeeper does well under extreme pressure. It's a good punch. Challenged by two Italians. Really good punch away from the head of Totti. Totti again. Good challenge. Corner.
Well, Italy want time. They want to play the game at their own pace. They want their passing to get going. But at the moment, Korea just won't let them have any space or time at all.
Oh, but it's gone in. And Vieri, once again, is the scorer. His fourth of the championship. Where did he come from seems to be the expression on the face of Eun-jae.
Well, it's a great corner. It's a great corner as he comes in. And Christian Vieri is not only quick, but he's big. See here, and he has gone in front of the goalkeeper this time. And there's so many bodies there. That's a great header.
He couldn't get near it, the goalkeeper. And Vieri using his weight. His shirt was pulled, he didn't make a fuss about it, he got his head to it first, and Italy lead. So, as with Japan, the host nation here in Korea goes a goal behind.
Big test now for Gus Hidding's team, because all that marvellous support can turn into a little bit of pressure when you're behind.
A shrug of the shoulders from Hiddink. Totti to take. Three forward. Vieri. Zanetti. Giuliano with the sweeping ball out. No room for manoeuvre for Gianluca Zambrotta. Vieri. Well, they sometimes do that, the Italians. Hit the angle ball in blind. But on that occasion, there was no recipient. Penalty that Korea have missed in the end. The one in the group match against the United States was not costly. Will this one be? Different penalty taker. One against the United States was taken by the number 10, Yi Young-pyo, who was playing his first match of the championship then. Vieri using his physical presence, and too much so according to the referee.
Well, he's a bull of a man. As you see there, he can hold them off, and he's got a great left foot. And it's a decent volley, always wide. I think it's a bit unfortunate there to have a free kick given against him. So to say.
Koreans were concerned about the physical side of the game against European teams, but their run before the World Cup. And here, the referee is going for the yellow card again.
Well, it's an elbow from Totti. I mean, there's no doubt about it, but I'm sure that the reaction of the Koreans has got him booked. There's no doubt there's contact. Ouch.
But a right decision again.
Yes.
Well, this rather quiet man from Ecuador always seems to take his time. This is how the goal was scored. They just couldn't get at Vieri.
Well, Vieri was clever, and he actually used one of the Koreans' own defenders. He made a beeline for Cho Jun-cheol and just blocked him off completely, and there was no way that Eun-jae could get to the cross. There you see again.
One goal, one penalty miss, 3 bookings, all in the space of 22 minutes. Hong Myung-bo. No foul. Good challenge on An Chong-hwan. Beautifully taken. De Jong had to come across to do so. Italian front men are putting pressure on the back players of Korea, which is not something you always see from the international side.
That's very true, Barry. I think that's Trapattoni's big worry, is that Totti, Del Piero and Vieri usually do very little when the opposition has the ball.
Park Ji-sung made the first run, but it's gone to the other side. An Chong-hwan, I beg your pardon, it's Seo Ki-hyun. You knew that, didn't you?
But Trapattoni, to accommodate that lack of defending from his front players, is virtually playing a back 6 with the 2 defensive midfield players, Tomasi and Zanetti, both just sitting in front of the back 4.
Came back against the Americans, but this is a rather different kettle of fish. Good play by Zambrotta. Good interception by Kim Tae-young. Yu Sang-chul. Bit of space with An Chong-hwan being sought out, covered by Maldini. Young-po to take this one. Seo Ki-hyun fell far too late. Should have kept going, he might have made the cross. Sitting right on the edge of his area. It's well played. Good support by Song Jung-bo. Just a bit short. Then he thought about it again, Yu Sang-chul. Out by Giuliano.
Good defending by the Italians. They pressed all around the edge of their box, made it very hard. And when the cross did come in, Giuliano was well in charge. do hope the Italians don't go into their shell, though, and just sit back and defend now, because if they invite pressure, there's no doubt that Korea will give it to them.
Too tight. This is Vieri. Zanetti. Vieri. Not a good return ball, if that's what the intention was. Hong Myung-bo. Chung-hwan down the middle. Park Ji-sung coming shorter to the right. Now on the halfway line.
I don't know whether it's the heat or the occasion, Barry, but Korea certainly aren't playing at the same intensity, the same speed that they have done in their previous games.
Almost a mistake by Hong Myung-bo. In the end, a useful ball. Well covered by Panucci. Back again to the captain. Can't afford to give it away like that. Vieri. Totti dug it out well. He's got two down the left side. Well, it was good sticking by An Cheong-hwan. Good header.
Good diagonal ball there from Christian Panucci. Just didn't quite get there, but did force the throw-in.
Totti. There's Del Piero, could have a crack. Oh, what a disappointment.
You see there Tomasi doing exactly what he's supposed to do in there, win the ball in midfield. Del Piero comes on, and we've all seen better strikes than that from him.
Take a slight emphasis on the base. It's quite a passable chorus of the final movement of Beethoven's Ninth. Oh, that's a good play. Young-pyo. Across the crowd. Are looking for a bit of joy. Chejin Chul on patrol, was hitting. Quite amusing that a Dutch commentator said to me the other day, said, well, at least we've got a coach in the round of the last 16, reflecting on the fact that all the mistakes and departures here, Holland must be thinking, how on earth did we let it happen? The answer is that the Republic of Ireland were too good for them. So were Portugal, but the Republic of Ireland emphasising the point where Portugal did not.
Well, at the moment, Gus Hiddings got problems because the Italians, without being great themselves, are very, very comfortable. They're defending well, and they can't seem to fathom out the Italian system.
I had a third of the match. Could have been a very different match had the penalty gone in. Instead, Italy lead by a goal to nil, scored by Del Piero. I beg your pardon, scored by Vieri. I'm sure Del Piero wishes I was right. Hong Myung-bo. Shejin Chul. 2 up. Now 3. The ball too wide for So Ki-hyun. Tomasi doing more than his fair share of holding, quickly taken the free kick. Fortunately not very well used.
No, they've got big problems at the moment. There's nowhere to go for them. They can't make an impression up front. They can't keep the ball in midfield. The only good thing is they're not having too many problems at the back.
Shejin Chul. Hong Myung-bo. One set piece dividing the sides, but it's produced quite a divide. That's good play by Park Ji-sung. Giuliano proving what a good player he is. The timing is exquisite. Need a bit of inspiration, a bit of fizz from somewhere. Samsung-gu. Del Piero, nice touch to Totti, both of them deep in their own box, or the edge of their box. On for Vieri. Del Piero. Back inside, an awful lot of Koreans have come back while he's been going backwards and forwards to no great purpose. Doesn't please the coach.
Well, we're led to believe that Trapattoni is not Del Piero's biggest fan, and he's playing him really due to public pressure and pressure from the media. He certainly doesn't look at his sharpest tonight.
Korea again. It's a Korean football team trying to find some space. Every time they think they've got half a yard, it tends to be closed down. Might be a bit here though on the right. Still on the right. Sung Chung-gu after the efforts. Brilliant, but not the finish from An Chong-hwan. He started all that and found the wide man eventually, and then was forward here.
Well, the first real moment of danger from Korea in about a quarter of an hour. But Italy, having taken the lead, whether by accident or design, have barely been near Lee Yoon-jae in the Korean goal since. They've completely gone into their shell again.
Well, it has been said that Giovanni Trapattoni didn't get where he is today by playing attacking football. Ball kick to Italy. We'll have that taken again.
Well, a great example there of the Italian attitude. Vieri, having missed the cross, even though it wasn't allowed, has just let the ball run on, and he's in no great hurry to get the ball back. And of course, the spare ball comes in from the opposite side.
Bonucci places it. 5 Italians forward trying to battle their way through. It's a poor free kick. Huge applause because it's cleared out of the Korean half. They forgot where Vieri was then for a minute. This is Totti. Tomasi. Tomasi made it his. Totti. And this is Tomasi again. Good save. And the clearance completed by Chejin Chul. The goalkeeper did really well then coming out to block the first effort.
Fantastic football. Tomasi won the ball with a header in midfield. Totti played him in. And Eon J, great save.
Wonderful calmness there about the way Chejin Chul cleared the ball from behind the goalkeeper. Totally unhurried. Free kick. Chang-Wan. Myongbo. This is too much again from Kim Nam-il. Time approacheth.
See again, great football. Francesco Totti showing all his quality. The credit to Ian J standing up, not falling over too early. And great clearance from Choi Chin-cho.
Totti looks much more comfortable with his game than those around him this evening. His pace was a little under pressure, some sections of the Italian media. Ball forward, it's the goalkeepers the greatest of ease. His head. Del Piero. Tomasi. Offside against Zambrotta.
Well, 1 or 2 signs of Italy getting their passing together. It is offside, but only just. There you go. I told you I'd played too many forwards.
Into the last 5 minutes of the half. Just too strong, the cross collected by So Ki-hyun. Del Piero back to prevent Song Chong-gu getting in a second cross. Every Italian covering his patch.
Quite simply, there's nowhere to go. The Koreans are looking and probing, but they just can't get near that penalty area.
Free kick. I think he won that. Just left his foot there. Once again, they all do. and Zanetti, as a judge to have brought him down, just made sure. Park Ji-sung and An Chong-hwan, the latter the player who failed to beat Buffon from the penalty spot. Currently over the ball, they put 4 on the far side and 1 on the near. It's a good try from An Chong-hwan. It's a corner.
Well, ambitious and enterprising. Gets a corner for his efforts.
Song Chong-gu to take. Chung-hwan, referee, wants to sort a few things out. Just warning, Maldini and An Chung-hwan. It's another corner. A very blooded eye that will need attention for Francesco Cocco. Again, the shirt being pulled. He got up well, Yu Sang-cheol, and the man who was pulling the shirt got more than he bargained for.
Yes, he's collided with his own man, I'm sure, here. Well, he's got an elbow there from Tomasi. Will certainly require stitches.
With colleagues like that, who needs an opponent?
Ferocious player, Tomasi. Good midfielder, though. Much improved midfielder. A late developer in Italy.
Plays for Roma. 19th cap tonight. Made his debut in November '98, so after the last World Cup, but wasn't picked for Euro 2000. That's Marco Materazzi. Didn't have the happiest of matches against Croatia. Former Everton player.
Well, I'm sure Trapattoni's got a decision to make here with half-time looming. Does he get this man stitched and go with 10 men till half-time, or does he make an immediate substitution?
A fair bit of stoppage time, but we are actually in the last minute. Comfortably away. Boot of Maldini. Voila, Bonucci. Referee says play on. He was going to give a free kick. And he got down very well again, and it's the same man denied, An Chung-hwan.
Well, Panucci is outstanding in the air. That's one of his great qualities. Buffon's made that look an easy save. He's got down very, very quickly for a big man. Top-class keeper, Buffon, undoubtedly one of the best in the world. Some would say the best.
Totti underneath it. There's Kim Tae-young. Zanetti. Oh, he's given it away. Song Chong-gu. Maldini, who has been untroubled. And the free kick is given to the Koreans. It really was a launch. Park Ji-sung. Wounded soldier about to return. back yet. Yu Sang-chul on his own wavelength, nobody else on it. Totti. Coco recovers. I don't think it's the sort of headgear which will catch on, but it's effective.
I don't think he can possibly have had his stitches in such a short time, but it's probably Vaseline and a bandage for now and stitching later.
And the half-time whistle is blown, not very much stoppage time allowed, and Christian finds the answer. Trailing by the only goal, trying to match what happened in 1966 with Mr. Pakduik. Remember it well. It's only their 18th match in World Cup finals. 6th World Cup. Gone in Switzerland with 9-0 and 7-0 defeats by Hungary and Turkey respectively. Coco now has what would pass as a policeman's helmet in some countries. And away we go. For the record, it's Italy's 70th match, and they've won the World Cup 3 times and been runners-up twice. Now, I never thought I would say this, Joe, but I think the Koreans are going to have to be rather more quick than they were in the first half.
Spot on, Barry. They've got to raise the tempo. They've got to find a yard of pace, and here they come.
He tried to keep his eye on it coming from the right-back position. Still in play with So Ki-hyun. Del Piero had his arm pulled a little bit by Park Ji-sung. Got to be careful. Vieri making a run right to left. Here he is. We've got a man over on this side who's Tomasi. Good header out by Kim Tae-yong. Kim Tamil, the volume has gone up and the pace increased, but they started brightly. Sang-chul, Kim Tamil, So Ki-hyun on the left side, behind him, Young-pyo. Used his shoulder well, but keep it in, but it's a Korean ball. It's a second chance. So Ki-hyun. Good challenge by Maldini. Hasn't been found wanting at all.
He's been magnificent, Barry.
Giuliano.
He's been magnificent. He hasn't missed a tackle or a header. He's organised the whole back four. Looks truly world class tonight. Has done his defensive job pretty well. That's been the main priority, certainly since Italy went in front. Del Piero is given a second chance, and he shouldn't have had it. And it's an Italian free kick as he goes down. The game has quickly reverted to the same pattern as the first half. Korea pressing, and every time they try to find that vital ball or take somebody on, the Italians step in and defend well, and they're trying to play on the break.
Kick taken quickly, and the Koreans a bit asleep. Vieri waiting for the cross, which doesn't come, and then there's a bit of push and pull and the use of an elbow, which was in the box by the Korean, but the first foul was by the Italian. Kim Tae-young got a little bit cross, the referee from Ecuador calming things down. Del Piero made the first challenge in my book. All ends reasonably friendly. He took a kick at him, and then there was a clear elbow, and it went up to the cheek, and it was in the box.
Well, Kim Tae-young is very fortunate there, because the referee, Marino, was only yards away and saw the whole incident. He could well have sent him off and awarded a penalty.
Offering width on both sides. Going down the middle, there was a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. Bonucci on So Ki-hyun. Not very much to do. Buffon, he's made two good saves, one from the penalty spot, one from a shot from rather further out, both from the same man, An Chong-hwan. Free kick for the challenge on Vieri. Very much his own style, this referee. He refuses to be hurried. Possibly sometimes helps him. Maybe it did over that incident. Would have been a very harsh penalty for something that was quite stupid. Panucci. Not away.
Well, I'm sure I saw a handball there. I can't wait to see the replay. Of course, there were no appeals from the crowd, because there's only about 4 Italians in it.
Nice touch. Che Jin-cho. Afraid you are going to have to wait to see a replay, Joe. Koreans facing a challenge many have had before against Italy. Oh, that free kick was certainly won by An Chong-hwan. And they're obviously being told to wait before taking it.
I'm sure you'll see here, but it's a silly challenge from Giuliano. He's no need to make the challenge. It was an exaggerated fall. Nevertheless, it's a challenge from behind that didn't make contact with the ball, and the free kick.
Can he make amends for his miss from the penalty spot? Very much the darling of the crowd. Came on as a substitute to score, and he sets up instead. Yu Sang-chul. Pity. Shows he's not greedy.
Well, over the years, the Italians have made defending an art form, and Tomasi there just threw himself at the ball and got that vital block in. It's a dangerous game they're playing, although you would say at the moment there's no great threat from Korea. If they keep on like this, they could get that lucky rebound or a deflection that will count.
On Myongbo. Oh, that's well played by So Ki-hyun. First time that Maldini's been caught out. got to do more of that, the Koreans. It's a very warm, sticky evening. But they do have to rattle the Italians if they're to stay in their own, or half their own championship. Free kick against Tomasi. That was absolutely cynical in the extreme. Made it look worse than it was, but he just grabbed him round the waist as though he was playing with an oval-shaped ball. Plenty forward. There's Maldini's head again. Chance of the counter. This is Totti. Support all to his left. And he's harried out of it. Ji-sung looking for support outside. Who had the shot right at the start of the half. Song Chong-gu taking on Koko. And the free kick has been given. Seated by the man from Barcelona. It's taken early, but Buffon was well awake.
The Italians were nearly caught asleep there, but Buffon was on his toes and saw the danger. A quick free kick that they weren't expecting almost caused them a big problem.
Totti nicely inside. There was a bit of a shirt tug. Zambrotta's cross. Del Piero. I don't know whether the shot has put the man out cold. No, it hasn't. Kim Tae-young up on his feet.
Well, this is a terrific break and a great ball to the far post by Zambrotta, and Del Piero strikes it perfectly, probably on target. A great block there.
Never hit the shoulder and not the head. Pieri still waiting in the middle. Zambrotta just outside. Totti harried out of it. Not foul, says the referee. But it's at the other end of the field that the Koreans have got to do that, not only in their own half. Han Myung-bo. Crowd desperate for the equaliser. Feel them saying, we cannot go as the Japanese went. That's a mistake. Got away with it. Giuliani. Hatted Koko. Tomasi's head. Pieri. Not deserving the boos. Only for the fact that he scored against the home side. It's the only justification I can see. And that shouldn't be a justification. Ah, wonderful Maldini, so simple. It's Gattuso. He knew that was going to happen, and he's got the throw. Park Ji-sung fell for it, hook, line, and what's his name?
Well, if Gattuso's coming on, I wouldn't be at all surprised if Del Piero came off. And Trapattoni is bringing another defensive midfield player on to really try and tie the game up.
Koko didn't quite make the tackle. The free kick has been given. They got caught a little bit. Really their best hope to come from the set piece. We're going on. And Chong-hwan with his left foot! And a blazer over.
And the referee spotted an infringement anyway, a block as the ball was played sideways. I think it's Seo Ki-hun who stops the Italian players getting to the ball, and the ball went well over anyway. Free kick given.
It's actually a bad free kick because it wasn't where the striker wanted it to be. Tamir. Giuliano. It's the highest tonight. Oh, that's well played. Tackle by Giuliano. Gotta be careful. Vieri under pressure. Or putting Kim Tae-young under pressure. Goal kick.
Very clever defending there from Kim Tae-young, who showed a great turn of foot, because Vieri's no slouch. He stayed with him and played against him, played the ball against him to get a goal kick.
And here comes the substitution, and it is Del Piero who will be withdrawn, as Joe Royal suggested. In his place, become a player who was a big hit with Rangers until the arrival of Dick Advocaat, with whom he fell out apparently. Renato Gattuso of AC Milan. So it's tightening things up for Italy. 1-0, good enough. It is really quite curious that a country that has such a tradition in football and has such style generally don't really mind how they win football matches. They don't go out and win it in style very often. Score one, don't concede. Tuso's first touch, finds Tomasi. Might not have thanked him for the pass.
Well, the substitution might actually make them slightly more attack-minded, because I'm sure that Totti will go further forward.
And the huge applause is for the arrival of Hwang Sun-hong. He's going to replace Kim Tae-young, so it's a front player for a defender. And it's the 100th cap for Hwang Sun-hong, the fourth Korean to achieve that feat. Free kick. Just a check of the sleeve this time. Giuliano making his height available forward. Panucci will take it. It's in on the near post and it's out well.
That's the third free kick from Panucci that's hit the first man.
Giuliano. Italian ball. Well, it's not an Italian ball. Seemed to me to come last off the Korean.
Yu Sang-chil now gone to left back to replace the replaced Kim Tae-young.
Maldini. Good header by Kim Tam-nil. Nil is what Korea have got at the moment. Gattuso. Totti. Bit of a sandwich. Referee calls it evens. It's handball by Totti. That's allowed to go too. It's Gattuso. That is a clear foul. Hong Myong-bo. It's taken quickly. The referee allows it.
Hong Myong-bo was very fortunate there. He just cynically took Gattuso out, and sure, on another day he could have had a booking for that.
Zambrota. Kim Tam-il is in trouble. Zambrota. Totti pulling across. Clearances by Chejin Chol. And the ball is going out of play, and Kim Nam-il seemed to pull something down in the ankle area.
Well, there didn't seem much in the challenge when he did go down, but from that challenge, he's twisted his ankle. He's gone over on his ankle ligaments, you can see there.
Right on the edge of the picture, but it did show the story.
Ouch.
Oof. Yes, painful.
I'll be surprised if he comes back on. It's very, very sore.
Here is the substitute, Lee Chun-soo. Been on twice previously as a substitute. First two matches. But deflected for the corner. More the real Totti this evening. The Italians have a record of getting better the longer they stay in the tournament. Another well-directed corner then. Zanetti. Here is the new man in place of the injured Kim Nam-il. He's had a bit of experience in Europe. He had a trial with Lille and a run out with Brescia. Goal kick. Past the halfway point of the second half. Korea needing to up the tempo in the Italian half of the field.
I don't think they can do it, Barry. The Italians have totally strangled the game, and they don't seem to be doing an awful lot themselves, but they're made very, very sure Korea are going nowhere.
Hong Myong-bo setting up. Lee Chun-soo, So Ki-hyun, good cross, can't dig it out, and Jung-hwan. Hong Myong-bo driving his team forward. They're gambling, but they would see it as justified. And although I totally concede the point that you make, let's have a look at the efforts of An Jung-hwan and the good sticking by Coco. That's why the free kick was given at the follow-up. As I was saying, Joe, although I concede your point, this was exactly what Italy thought when they were playing Croatia, and suddenly, from a winning position, they conceded two very quick goals.
Well, that's the danger, but it's the way they play, it's the way they've always liked to play, and it's such a waste of talent when you look at the attacking talent that they have and they play like this. I mean, they're probably, and I say probably, going to win this game tonight, but I don't think they're being impressive in doing so.
Beautifully read by Maldini, certainly he has. Hong Myung-bo trying to put Vieri under pressure, succeeding, but overdoing it a bit. And the free kick has been given to Italy. Panucci. Totti. Gattuso. Sorted out in the end by Park Ji-sung. Hong Myung-bo. Hong is down the middle. Lee Su on the right, coming shorter for it. Useful one over the top if he can catch it, but he can't. But the idea was good. And the injured player is Gianluca Zambrotta, and a substitution will be made. This is Angelo Di Livio, known as the Little Soldier, Il Soldatino. And he's been a good servant for Italy for really quite a long time. He'll be 36 in July, Di Livio. He has replaced Zambrotta. Here is Di Livio.
Well, he knows this right-sided role to a T. He'll be up and down, he'll close, he'll threaten behind a little bit more than Zambrotta has today, certainly. Been a great pro over the years.
Decided to dispense with the gum, now he's on the pitch. Gattuso and Totti trying to plot something. It looks as though Totti might have a crack.
Again, evidence of the Italian attitude. They only had 2 forwards in the box against 4 Korean defenders. Should the ball rebound, taking no chances at this stage.
Okay, with one notable exception, that's been the way Totti's been taking his free kicks. Perhaps they knew that. Vieri, he stayed onside, but he was on his wrong side, and it shows. For a world-class player, it shows.
Well, you can see it's a great through ball here. He's not offside, he's got clear. But like most left-footers, that right foot is never, ever anywhere near it.
Hong Myung-bo. Referee quite unimpressed with that. The veteran Wang Chung-hong complaining. It will be his last match if the Koreans can't save the day. Coming up to 34 and says that he will quit at the end of this championship.
Well, there's been no Cannavaro, there's been no Nesta, but they've hardly been missed. Maldini and Giuliano have been outstanding together.
I look back with such regret the Koreans on not scoring the penalty. It would have changed the style of the match a bit. At the moment the Italians have been in front, they have throttled the life out of the Koreans. Try hard, though they certainly have. It's a corner. Set pieces remain their best hope. Plenty in white shirts gathering. Good header out by Giuliano. Got a bit of a knock in the process. That's a good run, but it was well matched by Yu Sang-chul, and then he lost out to Vieri, who's now on his left. The block just sufficient, took the ball onto the roof.
Well, the ball never quite got there from Totti, but he recovered it himself, and he's such a strong player when he's on that left-hand side, and it's a great deflection to save the game for them, because at 2-0 there was definitely no way back for Korea.
Physical strength of Vieri. Game challenged by Lee Young-pyo, who got the deflection, but very hard for the difference in the physique of the two. Good header out. Che Jin-chul. An Chung-kwan. Lee Chun-soo with the run, but no real support. Panucci for Italy. One of 4 previous winners still surviving in the World Cup of 2002. Spain would be next to play in the quarter-final.
Again, at that last corner, though, Barry, evidence of the Italian attitude. They had 2 players in the area for a corner.
Massi. Given away by Maldini. He's quick to help recover it. Truth, for all the Korean possession, a breakaway goal by the Italians is the more likely. So many in the crowd would hope that that statement is total nonsense. Tony, meanwhile, having strong debates with the 4th official about something or other.
Well, it was when Tomasi was fouled on the far side. He'd stumbled through the first foul and was caught by the second, and it wasn't given.
This is Totti. This is a good run. Lovely run, but he went one too many. Some real quality there until the end of it from Totti. Korea still alive, but struggling to breathe. "12 minutes remaining," says the stadium clock. We're at 6 minutes past 10 in the evening. In a cauldron of noise. But for the vast majority, the wrong team is winning. Italy have withstood the pressure of Korean support, barely batting an eyelid.
Well, Maldini has given a masterclass in defending tonight. He's barely broken sweat. He's given 1 ball away in the 80 minutes to date. He's been truly perfect.
Time for the turn. Won Sung-hong, and then they can't dig it out. Lee Chun-soo and An Chung-kwan between them, I think it was. No, the second one was Sol Ki-hyun. Well, look at it again.
It's a great ball played into the near post, and there's a scrum down, and it's the first real moment of danger for Korea in the second half.
card against Song Chong-gu for that challenge. Vieri used his physique again, struck it well, but straight. Inside the last 10 minutes. One host is gone, is the other to follow. He's hitting, encouraging as much as he can. But his side just haven't been able to live with an Italian style that's been seen so often. They are defenders par excellence. Lee Yong-pyo to take the free kick. Five Korean players on the far side of the penalty spot. Goalkeeper comes to look, claims under no pressure.
Well, when you are under a little bit of pressure from crosses, there's nothing better for defenders than seeing the keeper come and pluck it like that. And Buffon hasn't had a lot to do, but his two first-half saves were outstanding. The penalty.
It's a little sad, but the Korean challenge has been wilting before our eyes. Is there a second wind for somebody?
Well, there's no rhythm to the game. Every time there's been a build-up, there's been so many around the Koreans.
Substitution for them is imminent. Kill kick. And the man who's coming on is the son of a famous father, Ja Byung-kyun, who was a player for them. We're looking again at the incident at the other end. And Lee Chun-soo tried desperately to find a way in. But here is Chaduri. His father was the most noted player, played his football in the Bundesliga, played in the World Cup of '86, came back to coach the side in '98. Foul one by Panucci.
Well, the last throw of the dice by Gus Hiddink here. He's taken off his inspirational sweeper, Hong Young-bo, just gone with two centre-backs to throw another forward on. Has to try something different.
Shooting possibility, not taken. It's kept in by So Ki-hyun. And away by Tomasi. They couldn't be trying harder.
No, but it's more than effort that's needed, and I think you said it before, there's more chance of another goal at the other end then. They just seem to be making little impression at all.
Chun-soo. The referee in the end gives the free kick against him, much to his disappointment. Drama trying to lift the crowd again. By their own standards, they have been a little quiet for a while. But here they come again. Park Ji-sung's pass, but the experienced Wan Sun-hong turned his back on it. Livio. Trapattoni out of his area. Totti. Di nice footwork. Totti. Gattuso. It's a corner. Under 5 minutes remaining. And Italy in a place yet again in the quarterfinals. Bad try from distance by Zanetti. Trapattoni demanding concentration to the end for the Italians. To let it slip now, I'm sure he would feel would be quite criminal. 20 years ago, the Italian side managed to qualify for the second stage with 3 draws, and they went on to play increasingly better and played really well and entertainingly in the final, in which they beat the Germans. Germans would come a little earlier this time, but first they've got the Spaniards in their way, and for a few more moments they've got the Koreans. Totti. Di pumping the legs on the right side, now slowing down. Glad he didn't hold it in the corner. That would be really unnecessary, surely, against these Koreans. Although, it might be said, would be professional.
Oh, there's still time for them.
Totti, the free kick. 2 men there to accept it. Gattuso back to Totti. It's got through. Wan Sang-hong. An Chung-hwan. Lee Chun-soo. Turned back into trouble. Still they keep the possession. Park Ji-sung looking for the return. Appeal for handball, not given, but the ball has gone in. And it's Seo Ki-hyun. 3 minutes to go, and the Italians have been made to pay. Why do they always do it?
Well, it's hard to feel any sympathy for the Italians. You see the ball played in here at a 1-2, but for the first time Giuliano misses. The ball bounces about Panucci, and Seo Ki-hyun left foots it into the net. It's a great strike. The Italians have a big problem now. How do they raise themselves for extra time?
Seo Ki-hyun's 9th goal for his country. Plays his football in Anderlecht. Has the freedom of all Korea. Oh no, Vieira misses! Goodness me, on his right again. But that really, for a player of his quality, was an unforgivable miss.
Well, at this stage of the game, you wonder, you're thinking to yourself as it comes, sometimes there's just no justice, but maybe there is. There's no doubt if it was coming on his left foot, that would have been game over.
Trapattoni cannot believe that miss. 45 seconds left to play. Is it going to be a memorable? No, it's not. At least not yet. Victory for Korea. Just look and listen to this stadium now. small patch of blue shirts in the crowd, and they're very still. It's a nice touch, and they're queuing up. It's a corner. Chowdhury showing real pace down that right side.
Well, they won't be done for fitness or effort, and they've kept going, not with any great deal of inspiration, but they're breaking free in the last minute there. And again, the outstanding Gattuso since he's been on, who's broken up a lot of moves, puts it out for a corner.
Out by Gattuso, but not well. Good save, straight at Buffon. Chowdhury again.
And what a winner that would have been.
That was really very silly by Che Jin-chul. He went down. I don't think he was touched, because he went down because he'd had a go. That was Chowdhury's overhead. Fortunately for him, almost straight. And Buffon. Oh, good try by So Ki-hyun.
You see poor old Trapattoni there, who feared the worst. As Seo Ki-hyun hit the inside, or sorry, the outside of the netting. And you've got to say, for their attitude, it would have been no more than Italy deserved.
It's extra time. The Koreans have done better than the Japanese. They have scored in the round of the last.
저는 안 됩니다.
한국이 유리합니다.
네.
홈그라운드입니다. 또 운동장에는 4만여 관중들이 목이 터져라 성원을 해주고 있지 않습니까?
자, 토티와 비에리를 철저히 잘 막아야 돼요.
숨이 터지더라도요.
네.
한국 선수들 투지를 발휘해서 월드컵사의 새로운 역사를 쓸 수 있는 기회에 부응하는 그런 진정한 프로가 되어야 됩니다.
자, 철저히 잘 됩니다. 그러나 이제 옐로 카드, 이탈리아도 빗장 수비만 잠그고 있을 수는 없지 않습니까?
이제는 승부를 거는.
네. 자, 토티. 자, 비에리 쪽으로 갑니다. 비에리 주춤주춤 더 들어가나요? 꺾어차고요. 좋습니다. 길목을 잘 지켰습니다.
비에리가 볼 가졌을 때요, 불필요하게 뺏겠다고 몸싸움할 필요 없어요.
그럼 페널티 줘요.
네, 그러니까
안정환.
그때는 오히려 길만 막는
네.
플레이가 필요하죠.
자, 황선홍 뒤로 줬고요. 안정환. 자, 오른쪽 차두리 쪽으로 갑니다. 올려줄 필요가 있죠. 이천수까지 연결되어 있었습니다. 다급해서 코너아웃. 신중해야 됩니다. 신중하게, 날카롭게. 자, 박지성의 코너킥 조금 낮아요. 다시 걷어내는데 네, 다급합니다.
체력이 떨어지면
네.
수비수들이 실수를 많이 합니다. 끝까지 볼에서 시선을 띄지 말고요. 어쨌든 상대가 걷어내도 주워먹는 그런 슈팅을 노려야 됩니다.
자, 1번이 주저앉은 그 자리를 우리가 잘 또 낮아요. 아하, 박지성 좋습니다. 올려줄 필요가 있죠. 다시 코너아웃.
유상철 선수가
자,
이천수의
마무리하자고요. 자, 기다리고 있습니다. 다시 벌려주고 이천수 로빙. 채공 시간이 깁니다. 뒤로 흘려준 볼. 송정국 좋습니다. 자, 차두리가 이천수에게
네, 반칙을 선언했어요.
네. 프리킥. 자, 비엘이 깊이 들어가 있습니다. 낮게 가는데요. 도티 좋아요.
도티가 다소 밀었는데.
네, 최진철이 잘 막았죠. 그리고 디비디오
돌아서지만 못하게 하면 됩니다. 파울 주면 안 돼요.
네, 가마 돌아갑니다. 비에리가 앞으로 다가서고 코너아웃 됐습니다.
리니까지 들어왔습니다.
연장전의 코너킥은 일단 위기입니다.
비에리 선수의 길을 막아줘야 되는데.
네, 뜹니다. 머리를 못 대고 뒤로 임잡시 굴러오는 볼. 나딩그로 썼어요. 오른쪽 측면 뒤로 빼주는 코코. 다시 코코에게. 안정환이 가바 플레이. 차두리가 잘 맥을 끊었습니다. 자, 코코 던질 채비 앞으로 감아 던졌습니다. 문전 쪽으로 이훈재 잡았어요.
비에리.
저거 네, 골키퍼 자중이 쉬워요. 비에리.
무서워요. 참 그 위치 선정도 좋고요.
네.
몸싸움에 능하기 때문에 참 이거 높게 솟구쳐서 골키퍼와 저렇게 경쟁한다는 게 대단히 어려운 거거든요.
그러면요. 송정국 자, 이제 공은 우리 쪽으로 왔습니다. 차두리 앞에 안정환에게 주고 위치를 바꿉니다. 뒤로 빼줄 필요가 있죠. 박지성이 잘못 찾았습니다. 가로치고 들어옵니다.
이태리도 승부를 보네요.
걸 수밖에요. 자, 등 뒤쪽으로 돌아갑니다. 비에리, 이훈재.
후반전과는 다르게 이탈리아도 체력적으로 연장 후반으로 가면 부담스러운 것을
네.
자신들도 인식을 하고 일단 볼을 끊으면 미드필더들이 공격에 적극 가담하는
네.
승부수를 던지고 있습니다.
차두리. 그렇지 않아도 이탈리아가 월드컵에서 승부차기의 비운이 많은데 안정환 주춤주춤. 이천수가 잡으니까 앞으로 나왔고 이건 아무도 없어요. 자, 밀어줬고요. 안정환 설기현이 가는데요. 저 황선홍이 갔었습니다. 등받이. 오늘 이 최진철 선수가 몸싸움을 좀 많이 미는데 조심해야 되겠습니다. 최진철. 자, 토티 정말
토티. 그렇게
네.
말이죠. 저거 통과됐으면 비에리가 단독 찬스 주는 거예요.
일단 비에리를 막기 전에 토티부터 막아야 돼요.
그렇죠. 토티 선수가 그만큼 경기를 읽는 눈이 뛰어나죠.
네, 수도꼭지를 잠궈야
그렇죠.
되는데
AS 로마에서 지난 시즌에 가장 좋은 활약을 했고 이번 월드컵이 열리기 전까지 가장 스타로 클 수 있는 잠재력 있는 선수를 전 세계에 있는 축구 전문가들은 모두 토티를 지목할 정도로
그렇습니다.
능력이 뛰어난 선수입니다.
자, 박지성 치고 나옵니다. 이천수하고 지출을 바꿨고요. 이천수 가운데 아크 쪽에 황선홍. 자, 측면으로 설기현 문전 쪽으로 좀 깊습니다. 코너아웃. 다급한 이탈리아.
최진철 모두 헤딩이 능하잖아요.
자, 코너킥 우리가 9차례 높이 떠갑니다. 뒤쪽에 앞으로 줬고요. 황선홍 오른발에 걸리지 않습니다. 자, 최진철이 기다립니다.
헤딩 연결. 어쨌든 이태리 선수들 노련합니다.
네.
거기서 다급한데도 가슴으로 볼 트리핑을 해서 클리어링을 해내요.
송정국 찍어 올려줘. 등 뒤쪽 조금 났습니다. 설기현까지 갔어요. 좋습니다. 들어갑니다. 박지성 걸려 넘어진 다음에 내밀어주네요.
이걸 맞춰 안 보네요.
그러게요.
자, 비엘이 또 조심해야 되는데요.
자, 왼쪽에 비엘이가 있고요. 자,
토티. 잘 끊었어요.
잘 끊었어요. 최진철. 토티를 잘 끊었습니다. 토티가 몸이 좀 무거워지는데요.
네, 토티 선수는 델피에로 선수가 교체돼서 나가고 나서
다시 토티.
최전방 스트라이커 쪽으로 지금 이동을 해서 활동을 하고 있어요.
네, 좋아요. 송정국 길게.
네, 황선홍 좋아요.
쪽으로
기술이 있거든요. 황선홍.
네, 쳐놓고 뒤에서 밀었어요.
그럼요.
네, 허리 다쳐요. 저거 뒤에서 밀었습니다. 프리킥.
황선홍 선수에게 일단 볼이 가면
네.
볼을 자신의 볼로 만들 수 있는 기술이 있기 때문에 황선홍에게 계속 한국은 볼을 투입을 해주는 것이 좋습니다.
자, 뒤쪽으로 황선홍이 오른쪽으로 체중을 옮겨가고요. 자, 차두리 잡았습니다. 그러니까 또 황선홍이 반대편으로 갑니다. 찍어 올렸죠. 황선홍 쪽으로. 자, 여기서 헤딩. 자, 꺾어차나요. 안정환. 네.
일단 문전으로 띄우는 게 좋겠어요.
네네.
상대 수비 조직이 흔들리고 체력이 떨어져서 지금 한국에게 계속 좋은 기회가 오고 있거든요.
네네. 자, 측면으로 옵니다. 유상철. 좋아요. 차두리. 가슴으로 치고 차분히 풀어갑니다. 툭툭 치고 앞으로 가는데요. 안정환이 뒤쪽으로. 박지성 깊숙이 줍니다. 뒤로 설결까지 되지 않습니다. 가슴으로 치고 반대편으로 돌아서는데 황선홍이 적극적으로 가담. 자, 가슴으로 치고요. 왼쪽으로 열어줬습니다. 사네티 측면 가운데 비에리가 들어가 있습니다. 좋아요. 박지성. 네. 정면 이영표. 자, 히딩크가 느긋하게 지시를 합니다. 이천수 논스톱으로. 안정환이 따라왔다가 이천수 좋습니다. 안정환 피하고 벗어나기 직전.
이태리 선수들도 경기에 대한 집중력 대단합니다.
한국의 드로잉입니다.
예선전 3경기와는 비교가 안 될 정도로
네.
경기에 몰입하는 집중력도 뛰어나고요. 그리고 특히 그 수비와 미드필드의 그 전술의 틀이 흔들어지질 않고 있어요.
박지성이 올렸습니다.
네.
자, 지금은 이것이 한국 축구의 역사가 아니라 세계 축구의 역사를 우리가 쓰고 있습니다. 자, 힘이 지쳤는지 자, 우리가 옐로 카드를 받아
이천수에게 경고를 주네요.
네네. 좀 이탈리아 선수가 지친 상태에서 등을 바닥에 대고 누워 있습니다. 토마스죠?
네.
말디니가 물끄러미 내려다보고요. 이천수가
선수.
발을 좀 높이 치켜들었군요.
그렇죠.
저건 뭐 고의는 아니에요. 공을 향해서 발을 뻗다 보니까.
투소 선수가 이제 밑에 깔려서
네.
그 충격스러워했고 또 17번의 토마시와 그 충돌이 있으면서 토마시가 지금 누워 있었던 상황이 되고 있습니다.
연장 전반 10분에 접어들고 있습니다.
자, 측면 쪽 조심해야 되는데요.
네, 말디니가.
그렇죠.
네,
그렇습니다.
좋아요. 차두리 우선 주kop부터 찾고 들어갑니다. 차두리 감아 돌아갑니다. 황선홍 페인팅 돌아섰습니다. 좋아요. 앞쪽에 위치를 바꿨었는데요. 자, 박지성 차두리에게 준다는 것이 빗나갔습니다. 자, 차두리 좋아요. 발이 먼저 들어갔죠. 토티 외곽으로 돕니다. 자, 다시 돌아섰죠.
이태리 선수가 이제 서서히 발이 무뎌지는데요.
네. 줄 것이 없나요? 코코 다시 토티. 비에리는 어디가 있나요? 이제 비에리가 움직이기 시작합니다. 비에리
네.
좋아요. 내걸 끊었죠.
에서 경기를 풀어가는 만드는 토티 선수.
자, 유상철이
전형적인 미드필더의 역할을 지금 하고 있죠.
자, 설기현이 또 치고 들어갑니다. 설기현 공간이 넓어요. 찔러줄 듯 하다가 자, 정면 송정국 이영표에게 자, 손으로 사인을 보냅니다. 아까 앞쪽에 황선홍이 들어갔습니다. 그 쪽에 안정환. 자, 황선홍 쪽으로 주고 다시 여기서 박지성 볼 컨트롤이 기쁘게 박주쭈쭈쭈 때리죠. 넘어집니다.
그렇죠.
휘슬 프리킥.
기회가 옵니다.
자, 기회가 옵니다. 행운의 여신은 우리 쪽으로 미소를 보내는 것 같습니다. 프리킥 악한 3m 앞선 지점에서 기회는 우리에게, 시간은 우리 편인 것 같습니다.
안정환, 이천수,
네.
또 황선홍 이런 선수들이 킥의 능력을 갖고 있죠. 지금 페널티가 열려 아크 부분 저 정도 위치면 직접 슈팅할 수 있는 좋은 위치거든요. 22m 정도 위치가 되는데요.
우리가 월드컵에서 프리킥을 성공시킨 2번 있었어요. 황보관과
그렇죠.
하석주요.
네.
네, 세 번째 프리킥으로
자, 황선홍
승기를
선수가
잡을 수
키커로
있습니다.
나서는데요.
아주
오른발로
가마차는 게
가마차는,
유능하죠.
네.
힘을 실리지 않아요. 자, 차두리가 밖에 있고요. 조금 가까운 듯한데 슛! 이걸 걷어냅니다. 손바닥으로 걷어냅니다.
말이죠.
자, 차두리
허점을 뚫는.
자, 코너를 만들었어요.
황선홍 잘 때렸는데
네네.
지금 시야가 가려서 부폰 골키퍼는 지금 보세요. 점핑을 하는데 땅볼로 지금 파고들지 않았습니까? 이거 먹는 거예요.
그러게요.
부폰 골키퍼 역시 세계 최고의 골키퍼답게 말이죠. 몸을 날리면서 막네요. 황선홍 선수가 얼마나 지능적인지 점프를 하는 것을 보고 읽고 말이죠. 땅볼 슈팅을 했던 겁니다.
네네. 자, 박지성이 또 코너. 이번에 좀 높게 찾았으면 좋겠어요. 박지성 코너킥 높게 가는군요. 헤딩 뒤로 흐른 볼.
황선홍.
자, 안정환이 따라갑니다. 뒤로 줬고요. 이영표 슛 하나요? 슛! 네, 힘이 좀 실리질 못했어요. 자, 우리가 압도하고 있습니다. 골은 뺏기지 않아야 되고 상대 문전에 가야 골을 넣을 수 있습니다. 자, 연장 전반 13분에 접어듭니다. 시간은 우리 편. 벼랑 끝에서 살아나는 한국 축구 설견이 일단 구해냈습니다. 코코 대한민국 연호하는 속에 자, 뒤로 흘려줬겠죠. 자, 위험합니다. 토티. 이거 횟수를 부는데요. 토티 반칙 아닙니까?
저 경고 받을 거예요.
네.
저
시뮬레이션 내시네요. 네.
토티.
네. 일부러 주저앉았어요.
네, 토티 선수는 경고를 한번 받은 게 있거든요.
네네. 토티가 빠지면은
그렇죠.
완전히 수맥이 끊겨요.
대장입니다.
네, 대장입니다.
그렇죠. 경고
대장입니다.
대장이에요.
토티의 대장.
시뮬레이션 액션으로서 말이죠. 헛동작을 했고.
행운의 여신은 우리 쪽으로
그렇죠.
미소를 짓습니다.
페널티킥을 유도하기 위해서 이번
네네.
월드컵에서는 바로 시뮬레이션 액션에 대해서 강경한 의지를 갖고 있는 것이 FIFA거든요. 지금은 페널티킥을 유도하기 위해서 치고 들어가면서
네.
헛동작을 했던 것에 대해서 주심이 정확하게 지적을 한 겁니다.
그야말로 아주
들어가죠.
기절한 짓이죠.
그러면서 지금 다리가 걸리지 않는데 일부러 넘어지면서 페널티킥을 유도하기 위한 동작에
네.
주심으로서는 단호하게 지금 레드카드로 말이죠. 맞대응을 했던 겁니다.
네네.
경고를 한 차례 받았던 것이 있고 또 한 번 경고를 받으면서 경고 누적으로 레드카드를 받는 토티입니다.
특히 우리가 만약에 퇴장시키는 선수를 고르라면 우리가 꼭 토티를 고르라고 싶었잖아요.
토티죠.
그렇습니다.
그렇게 되면 이제 비에리 선수의
전혀
활동 반경이
네.
그 반감이 되고요. 만약
네네.
승부차기로 가더라도 키커가 그 킥이 정확한 토티가
그렇습니다.
빠짐으로 인해서 한국에서는
네.
두 가지 효과를 얻게 됐습니다.
이탈리아는 수맥이 끊겼어요.
그렇죠.
유상철이 뒤로 많이 쳐져 있지 않습니까?
네, 토티 선수가 세계적인 스타로 크기 위해서는
네.
그 신경질적인 것을 자제해야 된다는 것이 이탈리아 축구 전문가들의 공통적인 의견이었었는데요.
그렇습니다.
어쨌든 토티는 헛동작, 속임수 동작을 하려고 하다가 결국 경고 누적으로 퇴장을 당했습니다.
자, 이영표가 카바 플레이 악착같이 따라가는 이천수.
자, 끊어지죠.
자, 여기서
이거는요.
차스가 납니다.
자세요.
그래요. 자, 설기현 슛! 반대편에 안정환이 따라왔었는데 너무 서둘렀어요. 황선홍 선수가 좋군요.
네, 황선홍.
괜찮아요. 또 풀어가죠 뭐. 황선홍 앞서 참 프리킥 멋있었어요.
그렇죠.
대단히
상대가
위협적이었고.
점프를 했을 때
네.
지능적으로 벽을 통과하면 그때까지는 골키퍼는 볼이 안 보이거든요.
네.
그러면서 이제 볼이 벽을 발바닥을 점프했을 때 글리 통과하다 보니까 보통의 골키퍼 같으면 실점을 할 수 있었던 그런 아주 절묘한 지능적인 킥을 했던 황선홍입니다.
어떻습니까? 토티가 빠졌으니까 우리가 연장 승부차에 갈 필요 없어요. 충분히 우리가 골든골을 넣을 수 있습니다. 밀었습니다. 이번에는 비에리의 반칙. 예민한 반응을 보이는 비에리. 연장 이제 15분 다 됐습니다.
저렇게 한 선수가 연장전에 빠지게 되면 체력적으로 다른 선수들에게 엄청난 부담을 주게 됩니다.
네네.
어쨌든 여러 가지 상황은 지금 한국에게 유리하게 전개가 되고 있습니다.
자, 연장 후반으로 갑니다. 쉴 틈 없이
경기
진영을
끝났어요.
바꾸죠. 전반전 끝났어요.
이렇게 되면 바로 그 경기를 시작을 하라고 FIFA에서는 강조를 합니다만
네네.
이제 물을 먹을 정도의 시간은 주심으로서 인정을 하죠.
그러면요, 매몰 찰 수는 없죠.
네, 이탈리아의
사람이 하는
지금
건데요.
벤치에서 지금 낙담한
네.
그런 모습이 지금 잡히고 있는데요.
특히 토티의 퇴장은 우리에게는 큰 득입니다.
트라파토니
뭐
감독,
자업자득이지만요.
히딩크 감독
네,
지금 전술적인 틀에 대한 것을 정리를 지금 하고 있습니다.
네네. 자, 왠지 풀려갈 듯한 분위기, 왠지 우리에게 행운이 따르는 그런 분위기로 바뀌어갑니다.
경기라는 것은 흐름이 있거든요.
네.
그 흐름에 가장 중요한 것은 먼저 골을 먹고 있다가 뒤로 추격을 해서 골을 터뜨렸을 때
네.
그것은 한국 선수들에겐 힘이 배가 되는 그런 큰
그러면요.
에너지원으로 됩니다만
네네.
상대팀은 정말 무릎이 꺾일 정도로 정말 기운이 빠지는 거거든요.
네네.
상대가 하나가 적습니다. 이제는 침착하게 패싱 게임을 하면서 공격에서 주도를 하면서 득점을 시도하는 그런 플레이를 한국 선수들에게 주문하고 싶습니다.
그렇습니다. 일단 토티가 빠지면서 이탈리아는 수맥이 끊겼어요.
체력이 남아있는 차두리라든가
네.
또 후반전에 들어온 이천수, 황선홍 이런 선수들을 이용을 해서 득점을 시도하는 그런 지혜가 연장전에 한국 선수들에게 주어졌으면 좋겠습니다.
그렇습니다. 토티가 빠진 이탈리아, 비에리까지 연결해 맥이 끊겼습니다. 따라서 우리가 충분히 승기를 잡을 수 있습니다.
서울시
시청학 광장
이렇게 열광할 수밖에 없겠죠.
네. 붉은색의 저 강한 인상, 저것이 세계에 지금 퍼져가고 있어요.
네, 세계는 깜짝 놀랄 겁니다.
네네.
세계 최강 중에 하나. 이번 월드컵에서 빅6로 꼽혔던 이탈리아를 맞아서 한국 대표팀이 한 점 굽힘이 없이 오히려 경기를 주도하는 그런 화끈한 경기를 하고 있습니다.
자, 설견 쪽으로. 차라리 타치아웃 될 거 설견 맞고 골라인 아웃 됐습니다. 우리가 한국 축구의 기록을 다시 쓰는 것이 아닙니다. 세계 축구를 다시 쓰고 있어요.
그렇죠.
이탈리아가 지금 16강전에서 쩔쩔맵니다.
월드컵사를 통해서 이탈리아는 과거 북한한테 얼마나 혼쭐이 났습니까?
그럼요. 66년도.
그렇죠. 잉글랜드 월드컵 때 그것도 여태까지도 월드컵의 가장 큰 빅뉴스로 꼽고 있는데
네네.
오늘 한국이 만약 이탈리아를 꺾게 된다면 한국의 투혼에 대해서 전 세계 축구
자,
선수들
황선홍 치고 들어갑니다. 조금 못
아마도 이렇게
빨랐어요.
기록을 할 겁니다.
네.
이탈리아는 한반도, 한국에게 약하다.
네.
그렇죠.
그렇지 않아도 이탈리아가
네.
반도의 나라인데요.
그렇죠.
한반도에 밀리는데요.
그 장화의 나라,
네.
결국은 한반도에 밀리다. 그리고 한국 축구의 월드컵사에 계속해서 눈물을 흘리다. 이렇게 쓰지 않을까 저는 기대를 하는데요.
그렇습니다. 유럽의 반도가 한반도에게 지금 끌려다닙니다. 그러나 우리 최선을 다해야 돼요. 자, 돌아지 못하게 해야겠죠. 에어쌌고요.
비에리를 막아야 됩니다.
자, 비에리가 등 따라가는데 유상철이 악착같이 따라다닙니다. 감아 들어가는데
반칙 맞아요. 한국이요.
이탈리아의 프리킥입니다. 우리 프리킥 되도록 주어서는 안 돼요.
투소가 투입될 때 길을 막았죠.
네.
정지가 되면 늘 제가 강조하듯이 숫자가 하나 많은 것 별 상관이 없어지는 거예요.
네네.
더군다나 헤딩 능력 있는 비에리가 있기 때문에 위험 지역에서 파울은 될 수 있으면 자제를 해야 됩니다.
그렇습니다. 정신 차리고 해야 돼요. 특히 비에리 막다가 파글이 되면 안 돼요. 감아 돌아갑니다.
이겼어요.
참 대단합니다.
비에리의 움직임은
네.
정말 무섭습니다.
타치아웃된 볼 드로잉.
철저히 비에리의 움직임에 맞춰주는 킥.
네. 도토가 빠졌는데도요. 감아차고 잘 뺏어냈어요. 좋습니다. 이영표 주춤주춤. 자, 설기현 서둘지 말아요. 서둘지 않았으면 좋겠어요. 자, 다시 치고 들어갑니다. 감아 돌아갔죠.
비에리게 때려놓겠죠.
네, 파누치 다시 날아갑니다. 좋아요. 이천수 로빙 옵사이드입니다. 비에리 옵사이드. 차두리 왼쪽 측면으로 치고 들어갑니다.
좋겠는데요.
네,
체력이
차두리
있기 때문에요.
주력이 좋잖아요. 또
네.
이천수 뒤로 돌아섰다가 정면. 자, 박지성이 이영표에게 앞쪽에 설기현에게 줬습니다. 안정환이 가운데 밖에 있고요. 이천수가 달라고 손을 지켜드는데요.
자, 황선홍 준비를 해죠.
센터링 너무 깊었습니다.
몸에 맞고 볼이 굴절이 돼서 골키퍼 쪽으로 갔던 거죠.
네네.
어쨌든 상대 체력이 떨어져 있을 때 설기현이 적극적인 의지를 갖고
네.
돌파를 하는 것을 잘하는 겁니다.
자, 절대로 실점을 주지 않게 도토가 빠졌으니까 우리가 승부를 결정져야 돼요.
손을 썼죠?
네. 비에리의 반칙입니다. 비에리가 저렇게 예민할수록 경기는 잘 못 풀어가요. 박지성이 오른쪽으로 옮겨갑니다. 이영표에게 설기현이 앞에 있고요.
일단 황선홍에게 계속 볼을 투입을 시켜준 게 좋습니다.
자, 박지성. 자, 차두리.
그렇죠. 황선홍이 잘 줬어요.
황선홍 가만찮아요.
능력이 있거든요.
네, 차두리. 밑둥을 좀 찰 걸.
그것을 지금 사인이 안 맞았죠.
그러게요.
어쨌든 황선홍 선수는 일단 볼을 가지면 자기 스스로가 해결할 수 있는 능력이 있는 선수거든요.
그러면요.
또 상대가 체력이 빠졌을 때는 스트라이커로서 등진 상태에서는 수비수가 볼을 일단 갖게 되면 황선홍 선수가 갖게 되면 곧장에 페널티킥이 될 수도 있고요.
그렇죠.
그렇지만 뒤로 내주면 달려오는 선수가 또 슈팅을 할 수 있는 그런 찬스가 생기거든요.
네네. 이럴 때 A매치 100번째 경기에 출전하는 황선홍 선수가 피나레를 장식해줬으면 좋겠어요. 자, 송정국 주고요. 좋습니다. 돌아섰습니다. 밀어 넘어뜨리는 이탈리아도 정말 처절하게
차두리. 오늘 잘 뜁니다.
네, 그럴 수밖에요.
어쨌든 이번 월드컵의 명승부 중에 하나로 꼽을 수 있는
그렇습니다.
그런 경기를 지금 양 팀이 소화를 하네요.
자, 이성표 멈춰놓고 이영표 페인팅.
자,
이천수,
황선홍이
이영표, 설기현. 설기현이 저 돌파가 좀 잘 안 돼요. 설기현 따라옵니다. 터치아웃. 이탈리아의 드로잉. 자, 히딩크와 트라파토니 감독이 한 5m 간격으로 양쪽에 초조하게 서 있습니다. 저 감독들의 화려한 자,
저 들어가면 안 되는데요. 지금 들어가면 안 돼요. 다행히 옵사이드예요.
옵사이드입니다.
네, 큰일 날 뻔했어요.
옵사이드입니다.
왜냐하면 저것은 뒤쪽에서 들어갈 때 한국 선수들이 체력이 떨어졌기 때문에
네.
공격수는 골문을 보고 달리지 않습니까?
네네.
수비수는 돌아뛰기 때문에 지금 자칫 잘못하면 저런 것은 결정적으로 얻어맞는 패스가 되는 겁니다. 큰일 날 뻔했어요. 토마시. 비에리의 그 패스 날카롭거든요.
자, 우리가 16강을 돌파하고 8강이 바로 코앞에 있습니다. 낚고채야겠죠. 자, 송정국이 깊숙이 줍니다. 뒤로
그렇죠.
올렸죠. 설기현.
이천수가 반대로 들어가는데 걸렸어요. 이걸 못 넣어요.
강하게 차지. 아쉽습니다.
헤딩 슛.
자, 또 옵니다. 기회가.
설기현의 완벽한 센터링.
네.
자, 다시 보시죠. 들어가면서 헤딩 슛을 했는데 오히려 가슴으로 한번 잡았어도 황선홍 선수 아닙니까? 아무도 없었잖아요.
네.
가슴으로 컨트롤해서 침착하게 잡았다면 결승골을 터뜨릴 수 있었던 순간인데요.
자, 비엘입니다. 저는 오늘 특히 황선홍 선수가 골 마무리를 해주길 바랍니다. A매치 100번째 경기. 이럴 때 황선홍이 한 몫을 해야죠.
정말 완벽한 찬스. 설전의 센터링이 좋았거든요.
자, 그러나 또 황선홍 선수 잊어버려야 돼요. 노장이니까요. 노련하니까요. 자, 이것도 잘 막아야 됩니다. 리비오. 비에리를 철저히 막아야 됩니다. 비에리를 따라서 최진철이 옮겨가고요. 유상철도 1대1 마크. 자, 비에리가 거리를 구부렸습니다. 자, 9m 15가 안 되니까 더 떨어지라고 합니다. 자, 파노치. 좋아요. 자, 정면. 다시 로빙. 헤딩으로 줬고 차두리가 따라가는데 측면으로 벌렸고 좋습니다. 유상철. 이훈재에게 좋습니다. 이영표. 자, 다시 시작하자고요.
자, 패싱 게임으로요.
네, 앞서 황선홍까지 가는 과정. 재빨리 줬는데 황선홍까지 연결되지 않습니다. 자, 타치를 따라 볼 치고 들어갑니다. 젖히고. 그러나 설기현이
위험해요. 큰일 날 뻔했어요.
설기현이
큰일 날 뻔했어요. 큰일 날 뻔했습니다.
가슴이 철렁.
교체로 들어온 선수기 때문에 체력이 남았죠.
네.
지금 돌파를 했는데 이것이 뒤쪽으로 흘렀는데
한순간에
설기현
무너질
선수가
뻔했어요.
뒤꿈치로 걷어낸다는 것이 가투수에게 패스를 해주는 결과가 됐어요.
이훈재가 잘 막았어요.
그렇죠. 이훈재 선수가 각을 좁히면서 정말 몸을 던지면서 골을 터뜨린 것과 같은 수훈을 채워줬습니다.
네네.
실점할 뻔했어요. 가투소.
이훈재를 연호합니다. 이훈재 결정적인 막았어요. 저는 경기 끝났나 싶었어요.
골 먹을 뻔했어요.
네, 그러나 우리는 벼랑 끝에서 솟아오르는 예가 많습니다. 자, 파노치 헤딩. 네, 뒤로 흐릅니다. 자, 이탈리아. 자, 우리 수비 외곽으로 나오는데요. 문전 쪽으로 헤딩으로. 자, 비에리. 자, 가마차나의 슛 힘없이 굴러갑니다.
대단합니다.
참 대단합니다. 황소 같아요.
왜 592억 원의 돈을 지불하는지
자, 황선홍 쪽으로
확실히 보여주는데요.
자,
정말
이천수.
힘이 대단합니다.
이천수 퉁 밀어줬고 빈 공간으로 가는데 따라갈
한국도
듯하다가
다소 체력이 떨어지는 것이 보이는데
네.
이제는 남은 것은요. 힘을 내야 됩니다. 그리고 이곳에 있는 4만여 관중 이때 이제 응원을 해줘야 되는 겁니다.
기딩크봇에 정신 차리라고
네.
일가를 합니다.
이제 선수들은 판단력도 흐려지고요.
네네.
정말 힘들거든요.
이럴 때 시원한 냉수 한 잔 마시고 하면 좋을 텐데
자,
그럴 공간이
지금
없습니다.
냉수와 같은 것은 바로 대한민국을 외쳐주는
저 연호의 소리죠.
그렇죠. 환호입니다. 더 크게 외쳐줘야 됩니다.
네네. 자, 빨리 차지하니까 다가갔고요. 저거 지나치게 시간 끌면 옐로 카드 받아요. 아, 또 헤딩으로 뒤로 이어졌던 차들이 따라갑니다. 자, 이제 차분히 풀어가자고요. 연장 후반 9분.
아, 또 끊기네요.
등 뒤쪽으로 이천수가 따라갑니다. 이천수 좋아요.
양팀 모두 움직임이
유상철.
둔해지는데요.
네, 송정국.
이제는 뭐 정신력으로 버틸 수밖에
그러면요,
없습니다.
우리가 또 은근과 끈기는 밀리지 않지 않습니까? 자, 뒤돌아섰고요. 앞을 향합니다. 하프라인 넘어섰습니다.
말디니
황선홍까지
노련합니다.
쉽게 막죠. 자, 비에리.
최진철 잘 끊었어요.
네.
위험적이 아니니까요.
자, 지금 최진철을 부르는데요.
네.
최진철
경고를 받네요.
네.
최진철.
다행히 처음이군요. 비에리가 나딘
다행입니다.
걸었어요. 네.
비에리 선수 위험적이 아닌 곳에서 오히려 한번 글쎄요. 좀 이런 충격이 있어서 비에리 선수의 활동이 좀
두드러졌으면 좋겠어요.
좋겠다는 생각이 드는데
네네.
어쨌든 무섭습니다. 비에리.
핵입니다. 핵. 공격의 핵인 비에리. 대한민국 소리가 저 선수 귓가에 맴돌기를 바랍니다. 자, 연장 후반.
비에리에게 또 매겨놓죠.
자, 가슴으로 치고 공간 최진철이 잘 맞고요. 이천수 잘못 찾았군요. 정면 코코 젖히고 이천수가 따라갑니다. 센터 서클 쪽 외곽으로 돌리는 이천수 악착같습니다. 좋아요. 황선홍.
자, 기술의
이천수.
아쉽네요.
이거 불어주지 않네요.
설기현 쪽으로 줬으면 치고 달릴 수 있는 상황이었는데 지금 이제 양팀 선수들이 체력이 고갈되면서 나타나는 현상이 패스 미스나 볼 컨트롤이 지금 잘 안 되고 있는 거죠.
네.
저럴 때는 지금과 같이 이제 쉽게 차놓는 플레이 한국도 할 필요가 있습니다.
그렇습니다.
최전방에 있는 황선홍 선수의 위치는 이미 알고 있는 거 아닙니까?
네.
그렇다면 때려놓고 경쟁을 시키는 상대 수비의 그 실수를 유발하는 그런 플레이 필요한 겁니다.
자,
그렇죠. 지금 때려놓는 거 좋은 거예요.
송정국이 설기현에게 밀었어요. 그냥 내버려 두는군요. 그러나
자, 다시 또 올려놔야죠.
자, 이천수 이영표에게 문전으로 올릴
그렇죠.
필요가 올린다. 안정환 헤딩. 한국이 8강에 진출했습니다.
한국이
이겼습니다.
역전승입니다.